I got some broken chair back rungs which all came from chairs like this one, and my in-laws have been fixing and gluing these many times. The reason they keep breaking is how the joinery was done. This is where the seat attached, and there's a big mortise that goes in here and then a big hole here which doesn't really leave all that much wood, so it's no wonder they keep breaking. Really, these chairs should have been thrown in the garbage the day they were made, but let's see what I can do. My first thought was to carve away an area here and then glue a plate on here, which would be a bit weak because we just have a butt joint here. And so then I thought maybe make it more of a fancy shape like this, and I could carve that shape out with my router pantograph. But that would be an awful lot of work. So I thought of making the plate end essentially with a scarf joint, so to inset it in there like this. This requires cutting out a shallow sort of indentation like this, and then the inset could fit nicely right in there. And the perfect tool for cutting this indent is my Pantorouter with a very shallow template. So now I'm ready to route out that shallow cutout right here. Now to make the shallow bit that fits in here, I have a scrap of oak and I've got an angle fence rigged up on my sled, so I can cut that off like this. Now I need the distance between those two corners to be exactly right, and since I know with this piece of wood this slope is this long, I just need to go this far along, and that tells me I need to cut it off here before cutting the other bevel. Now to avoid losing exact alignment, I'm just going to glue this together while still clamped down on my Pantorouter. And now I need to take a 30-minute break while that glue dries. I left this patch a little bit thicker than the surrounding wood just because I want it to be stronger, but now I have to trim that somehow. This one's still held together a little bit, but you can see where it was previously glued. But this way I can do both sides at the same time, and getting the alignment this way right is tricky, so I made a pencil line up here. I've smoothed the transition to the splices with plane and chisels, resulting in lots of shavings, and recut some of the joinery. Trying to match the color of the original finish, I found black and burnt umber produce about this color, which I think is about as close as I'm going to get. And now a little bit of varnish on there to try to match the gloss of the old stuff. Getting these joints to fit all together is a bit tricky, and I think I'm going to have to use some epoxy glue because there's some gaps in there. This extra long wood screw going in like so is going to provide extra leverage to the joint without weakening it because it actually goes beside the joint. Well, this chair feels strangely solid now. Next time it'll break, it'll probably break somewhere else, but I won't be fixing it.